Welcome back to the Everybody Podcast. It's been a great pre-episode. Today we have Emily as a guest. Emily, would you like to tell us about yourself?
Hi, do I think the camera did?
Yeah. That's up to you.
I guess I can just give like my bulldog intro. I am Emily Harrell, a graduating senior communicative sciences and disorders major from near Birmingham, Alabama. And that's it.
Okay. Have you been in Alabama the whole time?
My whole life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, you're Bama girl.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Country.
I wouldn't say country. Nah,
So
I'm
don't
not
say
like
that.
a.
She said
I'm
don't
not
say
like
that.
I'm not like riding horses. Like I do like live kind of off into the country, like the suburbs of Birmingham. So that's why I said near Birmingham, but I'm not like
Country.
What do you like about Birmingham?
I like that it's like a big city, but it's still small. It's like mini Atlanta, kind of. So.
Whoa! I'm ready to pipe that in there.
It's Atlanta without the traffic. I mean, we have traffic, and we have like our own like culture.
Yeah.
Kind of like. Why are you looking like?
Because
that?
I've been to Birmingham and I've been to Atlanta, and
really,
Birmingham is not given.
Have you really like visited? Atlanta is a tourist city. Birmingham is getting there. I'd probably give it like 20 more years, but we're getting there.
Damn.
Like, have you been recently to Birmingham?
Yes, like
within the last year?
yeah, definitely.
It looks a lot different now than what it did growing up. So based on the growth that
Okay.
I've seen,
All right.
I would say it's getting close to being a mini Atlanta. I'll say that. So it's like I like that it's a big city vibe without being like committing to like a big city. Because I've been to like LA several times, Atlanta several times, you know, and it's like aggressive. Birmingham is not as aggressive. It's still very welcoming compared to other big cities.
I don't know. When I enter Birmingham, I just kind of you're gonna get short vibes. I don't know why. It just gives me that vibe.
You're gonna get shot?
I just get that vibe.
No, I think you just have to be.
Yeah, like I'm always scared when I go to Birmingham. I don't know why. But in Atlanta, I'm like chill.
See, I feel
That's
the opposite.
weird. I feel
yeah,
that
I feel the opposite. I feel like in Atlanta, I feel like I'm ducking and dodging.
Yeah.
Like, you have to stay in the light in Atlanta. I feel safe in Birmingham, but I grew up in Birmingham, so I know where not to go.
Interesting.
You know, in Birmingham, the term Birmingham covers so much more than just Birmingham.
Yeah,
I
know.
could live 30 minutes outside of Birmingham and still say you're from Birmingham, and people are gonna get what you're saying. Same thing with like Atlanta or something like.
Some people have a dispute with that one.
Yeah. Recently,
Part about feeling safe.
No, like the type of like
you're actually from.
Atlanta.
In Birmingham, it's just like you just.
Yeah, you just kidding me. Yeah.
It's not as serious. We don't take it that seriously as
Oh,
Atlanta
it's
people
Birmingham.
do.
It's Birmingham.
Yeah, it's close enough to Birmingham. That's the biggest city.
So I wonder though, so like, you know, everybody likes to like go back to home or what's home to them. But a lot of people also aspire to be in a big city, New York, California. Since Birmingham is home, would you, when you maybe like done with school, would you like to move out or you want to stay?
So like I said, I visited LA. My mom is from LA. And I always thought growing up, that's where I want to be. Like, everybody thinks that till I went there. And I loved it for the weeks that I spent at a time there.
Yeah.
But to live somewhere like that, like, I'm like, I don't know. It takes an hour on the freeway to get 15 minutes down the street.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't, but just like, the life that I grew up living is kind of slower than that.
Yeah.
Like, Birmingham has traffic, but not like that. So I don't think that I would want to live somewhere that aggressive. If I were to be in like a production type field, maybe, but not in the field that I'm in. So,
What field is that?
Speech language pathology. So it's like speech therapy, essentially.
You mentioned production. You act.
Yeah. So I'm in Bulldog Players Productions, which is like theater group, and I was just in our last production, and I grew up doing every local church play under the sun. I wouldn't say like I'm like an actress, but I do enjoy like.
She definitely is an actress. Those guys is an actress because
What does that
I was at that show and
Really?
I
I
was
didn't
like, is that Emily?
You
Harrell?
went? I didn't see
I
you.
definitely was.
Oh my goodness, I did not see
I definitely was pulled up at the back with my normal
you. Oh, you were hiding.
bucket hat incognito type vibe.
Hiding?
And I was like, Ooh wee!
That was me.
This is bad.
I wish I saw it.
I was also in a film for the film festival. So
Oh, really?
I had to act for that. That was not. I had to play a character that's nothing like me.
Can you play the character?
No.
I never get it right. Like anytime I tell someone to do something on this show, they never do it.
No, it's
I
so
knew that was
different.
coming.
It's so different.
I started asking that question. I was like, here we go.
It would be different if I was like doing like a read through of a script, but you don't know the backstory, so you'd be.
So
probably,
what was the character?
She was like a girlfriend that wasn't a very good girlfriend, essentially, and she was a lot. I wouldn't consider myself modest, but I wouldn't consider myself like promiscuous either, and she was promiscuous.
So you can't get into character.
No, not right now. Not for free.
I'm trying to get you a gig.
Oh,
you're
you're trying to get me discovered.
Exactly. I'm trying to put you guys on, bro.
Maybe one day, but not right now. You just have to come to the next show.
When is the next show?
Well, actually, I don't know when this episode will be out, but the next show, I'm not in it, but it's tomorrow, Friday, and Sunday.
Ah,
at
tomorrow.
Fantasy Playhouse
Where's
Theater.
that?
It's at the BBC, and it's
Oh.
but Bulldog Players Productions is putting it on, and it's called Breathe.
Oh. I'll eat you again. It's funny.
Reed. Why does that sound familiar?
You've probably seen it posted. I don't know. It's not like a big play. Our one of our directors in the department, she actually wrote it. She wrote the last show I was in, Where the Timelines Meet. She wrote that as well.
Okay.
So did you get to meet what's his name, Da Vinci?
No, I'm not in that major, so I just do it for fun. So I'm not like in the loop with the mass communication majors. I wish I was, but I'm not.
Oh, because the day he pulled up, it was like people going crazy. Like
Yeah.
there are people they've never been to that building before.
Yeah.
They pulled up there for the first time. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So who sets up stuff like that then?
Sets up like the plays and stuff.
Like the plays and people coming to visit.
Bulldog Players Productions. It's pretty much fully student led, other
Wow.
than our advisors, of course. So just the people in that field, like the mass communications, the whole like department, they would set something like that up.
So they just like hired, like did you have to go casting and everything?
So for the last show I was in, I just submitted a monologue. And it was virtual audition, so I submitted 2 monologues that were kind of different, and then I got an email like a few days later. I was like, "You've been casted."
Interesting.
She's definitely on the stage showing that they casted the right person.
What?
That's nice.
Is it on YouTube?
Is it on YouTube? It's on my Instagram. There's clips on my Instagram.
I'll bet. I'm gonna check it out. 'Cause I need to see it.
Yes, it was kind of like I don't want to say like skits, but it was basically like skits put together into a show.
Interesting.
It was like
She was,
we
what's
can
the,
do
what's
this.
the name of this? What's the name? This famous like civil rights person. She was his wife.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X?
Yeah, she
I
was
was so
like
young.
it's his wife.
No, that's his daughter. I was Betty Shabazz. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god! I really want to do
There
something.
was a time when she was what's the name? She was like an updated activist.
So I was hashtag Black Lives
Exactly.
Matter, but I was like a hashtag personified.
Yeah.
And she could talk, and she was like talking to like the Black Panther movement
Wow.
and like the I Am a Man, like
Black power.
right, like Martin Luther King type movement. She was discussing like how the movement has come like in America now. Like
Wow.
where we're at. Like she was discussing. That's why it's called Where the Timelines Meet. So
But she makes it sound like it was like news. It was actually fun. I was like,
I got to improv a little bit. I was like the only castmate that got to improv. So like the little jokes that I would throw in there,
yeah.
that was all in my head.
oh, so that wasn't a part of the script.
Like at the end, I don't know what show you came for, but one of them was like she checks her phone and it's like a Twitter notification.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lizzo's naked again. I made that up. Like,
I was
it's just
like, wow,
yeah.
this is wild.
It was fun. I've never been in a show like that. Like it wasn't serious. It was just fun. And then for the Wiz, I was the assistant stage manager, so I was behind the scenes on that, which I've never done that before. So with Bulldog Players Productions, you really get to do like.
You might need to move to LA for real.
It was
Cool.
fun.
Bro, with the amount of talent we're bringing on this show, we might have an agency. The management.
And he's always trying to cast it.
Right, we have some real talent.
He's always like, can you sing?
Hey, I'm
Sing right now. Faith, sing right now. Madison, sing right now.
Did Faith sing?
Yes,
No.
at the end.
Oh.
At the end, without the cameras on, though.
Oh, okay.
Randomly.
You've heard Faith sing a million times though. You
But it's just like I just want to hear you do it on demand.
Yeah.
Just
Like, give
bring
me
it on
my
your talent.
personal shoe.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
not for free. You guys sign a contract with me.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send my ego contract.
Alright.
Just 10%. I just take 10%.
Just have your people contact my people.
That's it.
We'll work something out.
That's a bet. That's
These
a
are
bet.
people.
It's
That's
about very happy people. Hola, Shimo, is this you? Okay, so now back to that question that we had. Since.
Yeah, originally.
So, if you randomly Monday morning, right? You're doing everything, showering and everything. You're about to go for your 9 a.m. You take your little breakfast and everything. Day is going nice.
Yeah.
You're whistling like it's a movie, like, and then you walk out the door and you see 2 cops, and they're like, Emily Harrow, Lashby Olaripo, is this you? You're under arrest for what would you think your crime is?
Off the top of my head, I would think it would be something crazy, like I accidentally stole something. Like I would think, maybe I was in like the Apple store and I forgot to put something back. Like I do stuff like that. Not at the Apple store. I misplace stuff. I'm super clumsy. Like I knock stuff over all the time, or maybe like breaking something in like a museum. Like I wouldn't think anything serious. I would hope it wouldn't be anything serious, or I would think like my identity got stolen.
Identity got stolen. Wait, how? Identity getting stolen is the most. I didn't expect that one.
That's what I would think. Like I wouldn't think that I did anything, because I don't.
Is that the Mona Lisa? I think it was at Walmart. It was definitely at Walmart.
Right. Like I wouldn't think anything serious. What would you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
My crime would probably be like, so the way I find like all these AI websites and everything. It would probably be a website I was not meant to be on. So like a black website. And I was just like, oh my god, free? It's free? And I was just like, I'm downloading it. I'm downloading the whole Joe Wiki.
Did you just tell on yourself?
Yeah, what you? Your API agent is listening right now.
I'm like $12 for a movie ticket.
Right.
I'm gonna sit here.
Give me some
Put it
today.
on the projector.
Yeah. Oh,
Give me 1 to 3 movies.
What about you?
Me, I ain't gonna lie, probably like tax evasion or
Oh.
like.
This keeps getting worse.
How would you accidentally get
He said, I don't know, man.
baby's accident? That's off the top of my head.
No. I first say that because I always have ideas. I'm like, oh man, let me create an LLC, and I open it and I just forget to close it, and I probably don't pay the
I might
tax.
just be big bare LLC.
Look, and I can see that happening. So that's the thing.
Because now I'm filing taxes, and I'm just like,
Taxes is crazy.
Yeah, tax evasion as like.
How did you not expect it? On the top of your head. Yeah, I'm not with him.
I actually don't know.
I don't know him.
You got so much knowledge. I'm actually out.
I promise, guys. I filed out taxes, bro.
Did you?
I think
you
I did.
said that too quickly. That's what.
Because I'm always conscious.
At least I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
And you were
Maybe
like,
I stole something. It was
like,
an
maybe
accident. That's
accident.
intentional.
Let me say, tax evasion.
Of all the things.
Says IRS.
Right.
I'm professor right now.
It really should be out there.
Yeah, I promise I pay my taxes all the time. I just do a lot of money, so it's just like, I probably forgot. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I was young, when I first started like making money, when I was like 16, 17, I used my mom's like social security to open like an investment account, and I didn't let her know, and I didn't know what I was doing.
You didn't tell her?
No, she didn't know.
This is a confession. And this
No, now she knows. Relax.
This shall be used against you in the
You're recording this. No more confessions. I don't want to hear it because I don't want to be a
The next episode after this should be titled for podcast to jail.
We're outside the cell with Ola.
You know when like when people when they have to pay when they come in like over the school.
Yes.
That will be our next.
I promise, guys. I'm
I
clean.
no.
I don't know at this point.
You definitely scared us. We didn't even let you finish. Sorry.
Because I'm scared for you.
I'm scared for me. What do you mean?
It's okay. It's
You
okay.
just admitted it to us on camera.
No. I haven't even finished the story.
It's too late. They can rewind.
Right. It's too late. It's already in the atmosphere.
The point is, she paid the taxes.
Okay.
But like, yeah, she owed them like money, but it was because of me. but she knows.
She knows now. So she paid it?
Yeah.
Oh.
This was like a while back.
Okay.
Huh.
Alright. That was insane, actually.
Now I'm like, yeah, I decided to put this man in trouble.
Like,
I promise, guys, I'm clear.
I was expecting to hear like maybe
No.
Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah, stolen Netflix password, baby. Tax evasion?
Hey.
Just off the dome?
Federal crime. The man is start with petty crime.
Right, you're going to prison.
He said,
We jumped together.
so I do big things.
Right.
Never the little one.
Right, never the little, always
Hey.
the big crime.
If you're gonna get in trouble, do it big, you know?
No. It's actually the opposite.
I know with this man.
No, you attacked me. You're a brand.
Oh.
You're a criminal. You're going to jail by association. I'm
What?
not testifying. I'm
Wow.
so sorry.
Now I'm really rethinking.
Right.
Okay. Let's come back.
Get back on whatever topic.
He's trying to change the topic before he said something crazy.
Right.
What crime would you have thought it was?
Not tax evasion. I don't even
Never
know. Like, you
taxes.
messed my mind up. I'm like, I don't know.
Now I'm like, is it tax evasion?
Yeah. Are you trying to tell us something?
No, fire.
No, I
It's
would.
part of the
I-
autobiography.
Right. I think you really just gave us a confession on camera.
Nah, guys, I promise, guys, I pay my taxes to the US. I love the United States of America.
Now you just really lying.
Now you're trying not to get kicked out the country.
I love USA. God bless America.
No, it's too late.
God bless America.
Oh my god.
I'm crying. Okay. Wow. Interesting. So, if you got sent to jail though, who would you call to bail you out? Who's like your first thought?
My line sister, Kennedy Freeman. She's
Oh
about to
yeah,
go to law school.
yeah.
I feel like even if she's not a lawyer yet, she could tell me what to say to like,
Oh,
or tell me who to call. And then my mom, of course. But
Good to know.
but to get me out immediately, I'm calling Kennedy.
good to know.
But knowing Kennedy, she would probably be the one that put me in.
Yeah, wait,
We're
what?
probably in there together, and she's probably the reason.
Doing what?
I'll never tell. No,
Tax
I'm just
evasion?
playing. I'm
You never
just
tell?
tax
All these criminals. I know so many.
No, I don't know. It would probably be something stupid, like petty theft, like something we didn't need to do.
How would you describe your like closest relationships?
With
Yeah.
just in general.
Yeah, just in general.
I would say I don't have a lot of people that I keep like super close to me because, and I think on Faith's episode she said the same thing. Like when you're somewhat successful, people aren't always as happy for you as you think that they're going to be. So I think that I kind of keep my guard up. But the people closest to me, they know everything about me. Like there's like barely any secrets because I feel like that really builds a relationship. Like I said, we don't have any secrets for the most part, you know. Like we can tell each other anything because there's no judgment there. So I really look for people that are not going to judge me or look at me crazy for.
How do you then assess people who are not gonna, let's say like you graduate now and then you're like maybe in a new city, new school, something like that. How do you like start to assess people? Okay, yeah, I can share this with you. I can now share this with you.
I look for people with similar interests, you know, and just kind of go from there. There's a lot of people, and you know, I'm a woman of faith, so I really try to stay prayed up in that. So I just ask the Lord for like a spirit of discernment to help me, you know, like Lord, if this person is for me, show me. I'm quick to pray that prayer because God will answer it very quickly.
Nah, fact.
Whether you want him to or not,
Nah,
he will
fact.
give you that answer. So I think I just mostly go to God for it honestly, and it's come with. I do have a lot of people that I do keep very close, but it's not like a lot in the grand scheme of like all the people that I know. You know, like I don't know every single person that I even talk to on a daily basis. You know, I don't know them that well. Yeah. You know, but I would still consider them a friend. I just have a very small circle of like people that I'm gonna call if I'm in jail.
Yeah. But do you ever get the feel like you could be backstabbed? Just curious.
Oh, it's happened. Absolutely.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Give us a tea. Fill my cup up.
Saying names.
No, just give it anonymous. Sam did this. Andrew did this.
I would just say there has been times when I thought people were on my team, just like in general, and like maybe I was running for a position or trying to work my way up in an org or something like that. And people have literally just, you think that they're your friend, but they're only getting close to you because they want to know things about you to use against you. Basically, like people
against you.
Like
wow.
I find that when people ask too many questions too soon, like if I've known you for 2 weeks and you're asking me a whole bunch of questions, it's usually because you want to either take it back to somebody or you want to have something against me. Because I try to be a very nice, genuine, open, bubbly person. But some people are just upset that you're happy, you know. And that's that. I think if college has taught me anything, it's that like some people are just not going to be happy for you. And that, like I said, it's happened like that. Literally, I want to tell y'all so bad.
Just give it a random name.
We want to hear it so bad.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So, oh goodness, I just hope this isn't a bad idea. But I was running for a position.
Yeah.
And a group of people created a story and a scheme, and they took it to the people who were over that position to try to get me disqualified. Luckily, it didn't work because I didn't do it. You know, what they claimed that I did, I didn't do it. So
that's some Twisted Drama Island stuff.
It's insane that we're in college. Like nothing is that serious in college. You know?
Bro, show idea.
I know.
Reality TV show.
Yeah. right. But it's crazy because like it's people who were in said circle. Like it's people who I told, you know, I confided in about this. And they, like I said, if people ask too many questions too soon, they're trying to build a case on you. I feel it. So I feel like that goes back to why now I keep it very like like I am, until I have like, I'm the type that like have a lot of good news in private and then share it all at once instead of sharing every single step. Like my mom always says, move in silence, like, and then we can celebrate at the end. You know, but the people in my circle, we've already celebrated. We're on to the next thing. You know, but you can't let everybody in your business. That's what I've learned.
That's tough.
What that situation taught me.
That must have scarred you. That must have scarred you.
Oh, absolutely. It just made me feel like, well, if I can't trust people close to me,
I ain't trusting nobody.
Right. Like for a while, I was very hurt. Like I guarded a lot. You know. I reeled it in. I tried, you know, my best to separate myself from those people. I still haven't even addressed that situation. Like this is my first time talking about it publicly with people who don't already, you know who weren't involved. Right? So I did it after I talked to the person who was over that position about it. I just kind of deaded the issue because I was like, I could make this a big deal. I could expose people. But then I wouldn't be any better than them. And if they hurt me like that, I don't want to hurt them back like that.
Oh, you're so nice. I would not do that. Fire with fire.
And I thought about it, because I was like, if you go low, we can take it low, you know. But I was like, that's not me. It's never been me. So I'm not gonna make it a bigger deal than it needs to be.
That is mad. So did you ever like talk to someone about it, like your parents or like a therapist?
Yeah, of course. The moment I found out about it, I called my parents, of course, and I was upset. I was crying, and then I talked to the person who was
in charge of it.
Yeah, in charge of it, and she was like, they've already come to me with it. I'm like, oh my God, like it's over with for me, you know, and it over a rumor, like something that wasn't even true, and but she was like, I know who you are and I know your character, and I've known your character for a long time, and I don't believe it. And she was like, and if this was true, it would have gotten to me a long time ago, and it also wouldn't disqualify you. Oh. It has nothing to do with what they tried to charge me for. It has nothing to do with what you want to be. So, yeah. So it all ended up working out in my favor in the end. So.
Oh, that's some good tea.
He said that's some good tea.
That's great. Has that happened to you before? Have you ever been backstabbed in that way?
I don't know. I feel like let me see. Let me try to think. If I had my back stabbed, I feel like I'm always too on my guard.
Yeah.
Like I'm always like it's just reflex at this point to just be on my guard.
I feel like you're a very mysterious person.
He is.
A lot of people are like, who is he?
There's good and bad to it because at the same time it's like I'm just a normal human being.
Yeah.
And then people have like some
misconceptions.
Yeah, some perceptions already, so they think something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's good because now I'm like, now I can really see your truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'd rather know up front.
Yeah, because some people tell you what you want to hear. You're like,
Absolutely.
I didn't want to hear that.
But nah,
Just told me everything I need. Thank you.
Now I can dip. But yeah, I feel like I'm trying to see who's like hurt me. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, nah. Yeah, I think I'm just too on my guard.
Yeah.
That's what it
Has
is.
it ever happened to you? Ever been stabbed in the back?
Nah.
Except the IRS.
Other than tax evasion?
Nah, I think same too. I've always been my guard.
Yeah.
I think since I was young,
And
I
I
was
think
my guard.
that situation taught me to be like that. Like now, it hasn't happened since then, and it won't happen again. I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
Because now I know not. But I was the type that would share my plans and my things with everybody before they were finished. So I feel like it was a lesson learned.
Yeah.
I think for me with the sharing plans was more of a cultural thing. Like I'm not scared you're gonna do anything. I'm scared my village people are gonna do it.
Yeah, and it's a Nigerian thing.
So it's like what's the name of that word? Superstitious.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But at this point we know it's not real. But it's still like pretty in there and it keeps us quiet.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
that's how it is.
No cap. When I'm making them Instagram reels and stories, I'm like, hey, should I post this or not?
I'm like, these people got Instagram now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I look at everyone that views my story. I'm like, do I know you personally?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Bro.
Yeah.
If I say it's trading block you, it's like no, it's like actually for real. Like when someone follows me and I see their trending, I'm like, who be this?
I'm like, never seen. You don't know anybody I'm following.
Exactly. I'm like,
You feel like people are watching you?
it's a Nigerian thing.
No, not really. I mean, it kind of sounds like paranoia now that we said it out.
I'm just trying to learn. Like that's interesting.
But it's not really paranoia. It's just like, gotta be on your guard.
Yeah.
Strip, my guy. Catch you glocking. But now that I'm trying to think about it though, so with the way, now I think this is general for everybody though. So like with the way let's say now you're gonna be on the podcast, right? And then probably people from our friend group or people he knows that I don't know will see you now. And they're like, oh, and like you're having a conversation. You're having a conversation with us. They know some information about you now.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, okay. She has a very trusted friend called
Jack
Kennedy.
Yeah.
I was about to say Freeman.
Yeah. You would call it either one.
Yeah. But Kennedy and stuff like that. So they know stuff about you, right?
Yeah.
So when people walk up to you, anybody ever tries to walk up to you and then like it looks like they know you, but you're like, who really are you?
Yeah,
like, I don't really know you.
Yeah.
So now the question is, do you think they're weird or you're weird?
I feel like because I've been in leadership positions before, that happens often. Like people, when you're on Royal Court, SJ, on both, you know, like people think that they know you now just because of Instagram, and I don't think that it makes me feel weird that I don't recognize them, but they recognize me. You know, if that's what you're asking, like. But I don't think it's like a bad thing in any way. But I don't look at them as weird. Like I never gave like fans. You know, they could genuinely just like the vibe somebody has. Because I've seen like I have people who are actually my line sisters now. You know, you follow them on Instagram for so many years, and you're like, I really want to be their friend. Like maybe I should just approach them. So I think if somebody is like bold enough to just walk up to you, because I've had people be like, I follow you on Instagram. I like that last post you posted. I think we should be friends. And now we speak every single time we see each other. You know, so I think that sometimes if we look at it as weird, we might block like a lifelong friendship. You know, so I don't necessarily look at it as weird, and I definitely don't look at them as weird. I do look at myself weird when the person has. I'm supposed to know them. Like you said, Kennedy, she'll be like, you know them. I'm like, I swear. I've never seen that person before in my life, but I like follow them on Instagram and probably commented on their pictures before. And that happens to me on a daily basis.
I'll be like, fire! And they walk past me, what's up, man? I'm like,
but I'm always going to play it off. If you say, hey girl, or hey friend, you can always play it off.
What's up, man?
Yes. Or they tell you about like a conversation you've had, and you're like, how do you know that? You know, like,
that's weird.
That. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. Though.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I'll go with what she said too, because like you just forget stuff, to be honest. And like there are a lot of people you come across, especially if you're like event or other stuff. It's like I don't know you, but yeah, I'll go with that.
But yeah, like
same thing.
Yeah, we can vibe. Like I think with us all being in honors programs, there's so many people in that program that sometimes they'll come to you and you like you might have talked to them the whole retreat.
Yeah, exactly.
And you come up to them after they come up to you after, and you're like, I've never seen this person before in my life. That happens to me quite often, so I don't think it's like a bad thing, but it's just like I feel bad.
I feel like it's just gonna be weird when it's like repetitive.
Yeah.
Like, hey bro.
Yeah,
Like, whoa.
It just starts to get like stalking, then that might be an issue.
Yeah.
I think the one that trips me off is when people know information that. How do you know that?
Yes.
But then I'll be like, oh, I probably said that on the podcast.
Yeah. See, before that situation I was talking about earlier happened, I would just tell all my business. So I might have slipped up and said something. I'm like, you know that? Who told you that? But I'm like, I told 20 people. So they might have told 40 people. You know,
and those 40
like,
people
so
is like...
I told 80 people. So now they've come back and told me a different version. And I'm like, how do you know that? Because that's not true. That hasn't happened. Or it's something like that has happened, but it's not quite that. But I think that, like, I don't know. That was my fault. Since that situation, I've really closed in. So if I told you one thing and he comes back and telling me, I know it was you. You know, so I now I'm more guarded in that sense because of that.
You mentioned something about like, you know, with girls, you could always like, oh my god, I follow you guys on Instagram, let's be friends. As a guy, when you were saying that, I was like, that could not be possible.
When you said that too, did you notice I was like,
yeah, face.
I was like,
I don't know if that works on this side. Like if a nigga comes to me like that, I'm like, I already know it.
Yeah, sis.
Really?
Yeah, sis.
I'm like the opposite now. You get me? Like
I wouldn't have even thought of it like that.
Really?
Sometimes I feel like with girls, we are not as like tight.
Yeah.
Like, a girl can come up and be like, "You're so pretty," and just walk away. But if a guy comes up to you and he's like, "You're so handsome," like I feel you can look at him just like that.
I would be like, I appreciate it.
But I feel like if you say thank you, then you're more secure in your masculinity.
Yeah. I'm not, it's not even.
Then I'm not thinking about masculinity. I'm walking away.
I'm not thinking about my masculinity.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like, in general, men are not that friendly.
No, man.
They're just not that friendly. Like today, I was in the library, right? And then I was just chilling. Like I was big chilling, doing my assignment for real. Like I was in there locked in. And then some people, like we've had some surface level conversations, and then we started talking, and they all pulled up a chair.
Oh.
And they started talking.
Oh.
And they were like, oh my god, if I see a girl with a phallus, I'm gonna tell her she has a phallus.
Yeah, what?
I might touch it. I said,
Hey, what?
I said, who?
Wait, what?
I thought they were gonna ask.
I'm like, can I touch? I'm like, yeah, if I want to ask me to. I'm like, really?
Right.
That's how your close you are?
Right.
That's crazy.
Touch me. Touch me, man. I have a life insurance.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's real. Yes.
And I'm like, nah, it doesn't work the other way.
No.
That's
If a nigga look at me weird, I'm already like,
What's up, fam? You trying to
Yeah.
tussle?
Oh.
You trying to?
like, say, like, I walk into the caf, and then now it's a lot of new faces because we're all like seniors and everything.
Like, who are you?
I've
Who are
never
you?
seen-
Who are you?
like I understand if like a girl's looking at me, I'm like, yeah, she probably.
Yeah.
But then you see you like, I'm like, who the let me check. Let me check if I'm, like, what's about to happen?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's different with guys. And
Yeah,
girls.
it is.
Yeah, I think so too. Now that you say that, I can see where you're coming from. Like, I wouldn't expect a guy to just walk up to you and
Yeah, but
compliment
like
you.
asking to touch.
Oh yeah.
They were serious too.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I feel like if a girl like compliments a part of another girl's body, we take it as like a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, it usually is too.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you're so pretty. Sometimes I'd be like, are you You serious?
But I feel like if a girl says something like that, she's very intentional about it.
Yeah.
Like she goes out of her way. Cause I would be like, girl, I love your shirt, just to make somebody else's day. Cause why not? If I like her shirt, I'm gonna tell her. You know. But I feel like guys are just so not like that.
But I mean, sometimes though, you probably like, yo, G, where you get kicks from? That's the type of vibe.
Yeah, maybe some like kicks, like suits.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's the things we want to be complimented on, and then we're like, but now if you're like, your eyes are so good.
I'm out of there.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
like,
Jackpot.
I was like, I'm on guard now.
Yeah.
Like,
I
okay.
can see why. I wish it wasn't like that. But
I wish it wasn't like that too.
Nah, I think it's meant to be like that. If I could be real,
Yeah.
I feel like it's meant to be like
I don't
that.
think it's gonna change anytime soon.
It shouldn't. That's just my personal thing. It shouldn't.
You said I should always be on guard. Nobody tell me about my eye.
Look at it.
Like, if you're a lady, like, I don't care why you looking at my side.
Oh my god.
I get it. I get where you're coming from.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't disturb the order.
Said order.
Order?
If it's not broken, don't fix
Right.
it.
No progression.
We're not.
Just keep it right here. Forever. Okay, period.
I mean, fair. But have you guys ever what's like the favorite, like the best compliment you ever received?
Somebody told me, I actually got this the other day. She was like, "You're really sent from God."
Wow.
And I was like,
Oh,
and she
wow.
texted to me.
Start saying.
Wow, what?
I'm gonna add that to.
Say that to the note.
I'm gonna add that to my immigrant race playbook.
But I was just like taken aback, like the way you guys reacted. And it was a text message.
Wow.
And she
Wow.
was so genuine, like, and I had just like helped her with homework or something like that.
I can't help you with homework.
This is not about you.
Stop being selfish, bro.
When she said that, I was like, that's so sweet, because she's probably like, that has to say something of that magnitude. You're serious about that.
Yeah.
Like I could mean so much more to her than I really even realized, you know. And I think that's like
Sent from God.
yeah, like
That's-
she was like, you are really sent from God. Like that's all the sentence said.
Mm.
And like it
Text
wasn't
Hit that text real quick.
like that's
You know what? I've been thinking about you lately. Wow. What about you? What's the best you've given somebody?
nothing of that magnitude. I feel like I'm not really a compliment type person. I'm more of like I can give you like a pep talk. Like I can motivate you or pray for you type person. So I've had some moments where I've just like really tried to like speak over people's life. And I think those moments are like my favorite giving moments, if that makes sense. Like I don't think I necessarily have like a compliment that, at least I don't remember.
Yeah.
Now I could have given one and it meant a lot to somebody, but I don't remember.
So, Kamsi, would you like prefer like if someone compliments you or like give yourself like that pep talk or like approve of you type thing?
That's hard. But I think it would depend on who it's coming from.
Yeah.
Because there's some of my friends who I know genuinely pray for me. Like there's sometimes I'm like, yeah, she fighting demons right now. Like I can tell. There are people like that I know. Like there's some people I was like, pray for me, and I know that she's actually praying for me. But then there's some people like I know. If you tell me about like if I hear some sort of like affirmation from you in the form of like a compliment, I know, okay, I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
So it would depend on who it's coming from. Yeah.
Well then, interesting.
How about you?
For my question?
Yeah.
Honestly, I probably lean towards more like the pep talk praying over. Yeah, because compliments, me personally, it doesn't faze me. Just kind of like, okay, it is what it is. But like someone praying over you, I feel like that's just like the ultimate level. Because like, dang, because praying is not easy. To be honest.
No.
I got my own demons out to go out of my way to pray for somebody. Yeah, I think it's special.
Because like you said, you have to be careful who you ask to pray for.
Yeah.
So I think it's the friends who pray for you without you asking that are the most genuine in it. Like, because if I'm going through something, I'll have a friend be like, I've really been praying for you, or those random texts of like, you've been on my mind lately, like that kind of thing. And it's not in like a, not that kind of way. But like a genuine friend, maybe somebody you haven't talked to in a couple months, like those type of prayers are like, to me, the most genuine and powerful.
Yeah, like people who actually mean it.
Yeah.
I know know people who be like, I pray for you. I'm like, bro, you don't even pray for yourself.
For real.
Like, chill out, bro.
I'm going to sit down.
Don't pray for me. I'll pray for me. Thank
you. Some people's prayers are not.
Yeah, you didn't even pray for yourself, my God. I tell you, pray for me. I got sit down.
Yeah.
But there's some people I know, like, if they say they pray for, I'm like,
Yeah.
You really mean that?
Yeah, this is definitely happening for sure.
I agree.
Do you pray for people? Oh yeah, you do pray.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Do you pray for?
I pray for people. Yeah. Especially when you're like in it.
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes into it, it's like I start picking it, and I'm just like remembering everybody.
Yeah.
And so I just like praying for everybody.
Yeah.
And just like it's natural.
Of course, like I feel like I'm the friend that my friends will be like, "Am I going through this? Can you pray about it real quick?"
Yeah, I can see it. I feel like you're a prayer warrior. I feel like you're probably in there for like hours.
I feel like I come from a family of prayer warriors. I wouldn't say I'm quite a warrior yet. A soldier, maybe. I don't know if I'm like a warrior. Like my mama could probably pray the paint off of a wall. But me, I don't know if I'm quite there yet.
No, I feel like you're gonna be there. I can see it.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I
appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
I definitely can see it.
Yeah, I feel like you just guys you start crying. Blessings.
Oh my God!
I can see
that's how you see me.
Yeah, I can see it.
I take that as a compliment. Like I like that.
Yeah, now we have two compliments in the book. You look like a prayer.
No, that would be crazy. I'd be like, do you want to get married?
I got the we getting risen tonight.
Nah.
That's real though. I think so.
What would you say is your toxic trait?
Oh my gosh.
Let's get to the dark side.
Dum dum dum.
That's sweet.
She said, I thought I was a prayer.
I was a prayer warrior. I'm toxic. No, I think that I actually have several. I'm not like ashamed to admit it. Like I have I think I'm a little bit possessive. Like if this is a secret, never had a boyfriend, like never been in a serious relationship before, so I don't really have like that. But like if I'm talking to somebody and they like go hug somebody, I'm like remember that, and then I'm like doing a deep dive on the girl's Instagram, you know, like late at night. Like I'm like, I don't want to say I'm crazy.
Said
but
late at night.
Not in the daytime, late at
no,
night.
I gotta wait. So I can't.
Everybody
get
gotta be
caught.
That's when the demon comes.
Try not to like anything. Try not to watch a recent story. You know, I'm all in the highlights.
In the highlights is crazy.
I would say I don't know if that's possessive or just like protecting myself in a way, but I think that I'm a little bit possessive. Like if I had to just pick one, I think that would be it. I have several.
Give it 5.
No, I don't, maybe like I might have a 2. You know, I don't know.
What's yours?
My toxic trait, I feel like sometimes I can be a poor communicator, especially when I'm in work mode, because I'm like, I just like forget this person exists. I'm being honest, but like you know, I also try to like let them know ahead of time. Like sometimes you know I'm not like maybe a weekend and I'm just chilling. I let them know ahead of time. Like okay, I'll call within this time because I know the rest of the week I'm probably just gonna head down. Yeah. So I've improved in that manner. Yeah. But I have a lot of complaint about that really. Yeah, let's look at that one. How
about you? I feel like everybody wants
to. What's it, bro?
Mr. Mysterious.
I feel if I could think of one.
He's a walking feature.
Tell us.
I think it would be. I hear me out, man, because
this is gonna be bad one. That's the bad one.
No, really, because the intention is not to come up this way, and that's another thing. The intention is not to come up this way, but I just kind of come up as nonchalant.
Yeah, I
it
can.
It becomes a bad thing because they're not like, oh, you don't care about me. I really do. Like I'm thinking about you every day. Like I'm praying for you. Like
you got sense.
You can be fine.
Royalties. If I'm your manager,
I'll get back.
No, for real, because that I'm in there, like I'm locked in.
Yeah.
But the way I show it though is different, and now they're like, is you really? And they start bringing up random situations.
Yeah.
You hug that girl.
Yeah. Alright, that's
I'm like, yeah, we've been friends since forever, like. So I think it would just be the nonchalant thing. I don't know.
I can see that.
I don't know. Am I nonchalant?
You are kind of
Yes.
nonchalant.
Am I?
You are
Yes.
definitely nonchalant.
I remember our first real conversation is when you escorted me at that football game. I was like, he does not want to talk. Like you don't want. And then by the end, you were like showing me all your playlists and your phones. Like I was like, so he has a personality. It just takes a minute, and that could be like going back to the guard thing.
Yeah.
You didn't know me. You know, so.
Exactly. I'm like, bruh, what am I saying?
Right.
And I remember, what was the name that was trying to get me to talk the whole time?
I'm never saying this in my life system.
we ended up like later on talking and having like actual conversation. But I was like, babes, I've never seen you before. And she's like, doesn't he talk?
Yeah.
I'm like,
But
talk
in
to
between
me.
y'all, and I'm like, do you talk?
And she just kept on doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like, why do you want, that's how, I'm like, why do you want me to talk? Like, what do you want right now?
What do you want to know? Yeah.
Yeah, like, what do you want to know? Like, now I'm like, put her down.
Yeah.
She might be the ops.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's how the nonchalant thing
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
But now, like, this is gonna be like the last question. Then we go to wrap it up. So, the way people see people and the way we see ourselves can be different.
Yeah.
Do you think yours is like? Do you think the way you see yourself is the way other people see you?
I always say, and I feel like this latter part of my undergrad journey has taught me that, like, people's perception of me has nothing to do with me and
Period.
how I look at myself. I'm sorry. That's real. Sorry, that just threw me off. It's not okay.
He said,
Just call my sister. Give me 4 minutes. But like it has nothing to do with like how I see myself, and it did for a long time. I felt like the people in my life, like if you think that I'm this, then that's who I am. And now I've learned, like even in recent situations, I won't get into it, but like if you think that I'm this, that, and third, then that's just who I'll have to be to you, you know. But who I am to myself and to like my family, my close friends, who I actually am is fine. Like as long as I'm right with God, you know, then I'm fine. But like everybody has to be the villain in somebody's story.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so if that's how it is, then that's how it is. But that's not who I am as a person.
would you want to know though?
I want to know.
Like how other people see you? Like, would you want to have like an objective look? Like maybe one day, like let's say there was a scenario where we could be at the other side of like the glass wall. You're like, oh yeah, Emily, oh she did this, yeah.
I feel like, would that be positive and negative? Because I feel like it would be more positive than negative. I would hope. I would hope. Like if I could hear both sides, then yes. But if I only could hear the negative,
The way that.
no, because I might start to believe it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm be like, damn.
Because it's different coming from one person or two people that you actually hear than like if you hear every negative conversation about yourself. Like
Shattered.
yeah, I'm gonna start having insecurities I didn't even know I had. Like what do you mean my hands are big? You know, something
Are
like
they?
that. They're not. No, I'm like, are they big? You know, like I didn't know. I didn't even think to look at my hands. You know, like so I wouldn't want to hear every conversation because I'm sure you know it could be strangers. You know, I don't want to hear what a stranger has to think of me.
True.
You know, unless it's good.
What
What about you?
I want to know.
You do?
Like, I want to know the good and the bad.
Okay.
Because like I know who I am and I know how I act
Yeah.
around certain people,
Yeah.
around people I know, people I don't know. But then at the same time, I get some like reactions from people. I'm like, where does that even come from?
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were just like normal people. Why are you acting this way? So I would like to know like what is the perception?
Yeah.
Are you seeing? Who are you seeing? Are you seeing like just Kamsi? Are you seeing Kamsi the podcast? Kamsi on Instagram? Like who are you seeing
Yeah.
first?
Which version?
Yeah, which version are you seeing first, or which version are you using to address me every day? So for me, I would want to know.
Really? Nah.
Yeah.
you?
You said no.
Not good or bad?
I don't really care.
Yeah, that's weird. I would love to be at that point. Like, I care.
Hey, I'm me. If you like it, that's your business.
Yeah, that's a good place to be in. I feel
Yeah,
like,
that's good, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to
like
worry about nothing. Just give out your compliments and
Emily, come on.
keep praying for them. Keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Just don't lie to them.
Yeah, the Lord. Oh my God.
Man, whoo. My cheeks hurt.
Yeah, I didn't expect to tell her like this.
My cheeks hurt. I've been laughing.
You're welcome.
She said, I told you I put on the show.
She's actually got sense.
You told me I was going to be on Jokes and Jollof, and I was never on there.
So, see, that's a whole nother story.
That's a different story.
That's a whole nother story. We're not going to talk about on the camera.
I don't want to put nobody on.
Oh, I didn't know it was teeth.
Oh, it's big one.
Oh, now you got to tell me.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been a great episode, and as we end, we usually have a retro where you have to recommend one creative.
Okay. So my Instagram is Emily Harold 19 EmilieHarrell.
Let them know.
19.
Let them know. Is it open so that they can slide?
Are my DMs open? They might be. Depends on who you are.
Slide and did your taxes. But alright, it's been a great episode so far. I remain DCamC. You can find me on Instagram, every other place at DCamC, and
Yeah, first and last name Olashibumi Olakbo. Gigi.
yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Alright.